robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to our Dior as our days disappeared all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. So help me if you can, I've gotta get back to the house at the quarter by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Blue.
Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose.
He came to me asking help and advice. From here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of the owl if he's there, how to loosen a jar from the nose of a bear. Help me if you can, I've gotta get back to the house at Blue Corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. It's hard to explain how a few precious things seem to follow throughout all our lives. After all said and done, I was watching my son sleeping there with my bear by his side. So I tucked him in, I kissed him, and as I was gone, I swear that old bear whispered, "Boy, welcome home." Believe me if you can, I've finally come back to the house at Blue Corner by one. And what do you know? There's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky, back to the days of Christopher Robin, to the ways of Christopher Robin, to the days of so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side. Rainbows are visions, they're only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know the wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. What's so amazing keeps us stargazing. What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, lovers, dreamers.
Would everyone please stand for the class of 1999 processional and remain standing until the conclusion of the singing of our national anthem. Thank you. Would you please be seated? We indeed want to thank Melissa McGillicuddy for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I'd like to extend a welcome to all our families and friends of the class of 1999. A very special night for everyone. Especially, we'd like to recognize and thank the members of the Charlotte County School Board for being with us this evening. Those members are the chairman of the board, Mr. Lee Swift, The Vice Chairman, Mr. Ray Jessica. District 3, your home district, Mr. David Dignam. From District 4, Mrs. Sue Seifert. And from District 5, Mrs. Sarah DeVos. We'd also like to thank very much for being part of our program tonight Dr. Roseanne Sampson, who's the Executive Director for Auxiliary Support for Charlotte County School System. And of course, the most important man tonight, the one who gives the diplomas, Dr. Max Schmidt, the Superintendent of Charlotte County Schools. I would very much like to give special thanks tonight to, once again, the Inglewood United Methodist Church for providing facilities for this, our 19th graduation. I would like to thank Chris Nelson and the many parent volunteers who gave so many hours for Project Graduation, which will be held immediately after the program tonight to ensure your students' safeties. The faculty and staff of Lemon Bay High School for their direction, not only through this year, but throughout the time. And I would be remiss without thanking those people in middle school and elementary school setting as well. Darrell Roach and the media production class for their many hours of getting ready for the programs tonight. Ms. Elise Shepard, who will, as the choral director, will be providing music in the program. And of course, I can't imagine a senior graduation without Joan Morgan, the senior class sponsor. In the interest of time and to provide for the dignity of the program, we would like to ask you to hold your applause and celebration until the end of the presentation of all graduates. We don't want anyone to lose their moment in the lights. We will be available at the end of the program tonight for photos. If you're interested, we'll stay as long as you would like. And I guess it's a sign of the times, but we'd also like to ask that you please put your cell phones or message devices in a silent mode, if you would, for the next couple hours.
On May 9th, we celebrated Mother's Day. Last Friday was Armed Forces Day. June 12th is Flag Day. Father's Day is June 13th. September 12th is Grandparents' Day. Citizenship Day is a week later. And October 16th is Bosses' Day. We're obviously a culture that likes to celebrate special days. So here we are on Graduation Day, celebrating the end of our high school careers and the beginning of the rest of our lives. When Anne of Green Gables returned home after a weekend in the city, she said, "I've had a pleasant time, and I feel that it marks an epoch in my life. We, as the graduating class of 1999, are at the same turning point. We are poised for greatness." We call this ceremony commencement because it marks the start of our future. We're leaving behind the comforting hallways of our youth and stepping out into the crowded streets of the world. The word epoch has multiple definitions. For Anne, it meant a notable event marking the beginning of a noteworthy period of time. Supposedly, graduation is an epoch. It is a sign that something new is about to happen. An epoch is also an instant in time that is arbitrarily selected as a point of reference. In essence, this graduation, this moment, is arbitrarily selected. Administrators, parents, and greeting card companies decided that today is the day of greatest change. Today is our transition from past to future. But the truth is, this is probably one of the least important days of our entire high school careers. We pretend that donning blue and white robes and walking across the stage with cardboard on our heads somehow parallels the transformation from caterpillar to butterfly. Today we break free from the loving arms of those that have nurtured us for our entire lives and spread our wings and fly. From this moment on, we are expected to accept our defeat with the grace of an adult and no longer the grief of a child. But unfortunately, our growth process is not so dramatic. Instead, we are a lot like tadpoles. Each day, our legs grow only slightly, so we scarcely realize what is happening. Only when we begin to hop do we understand that somewhere along the way, we grew legs. If you compare yourself now to the person that you were during the first week of your freshman year, you'll undoubtedly notice some differences, or at least I hope you do. But was there really a concrete, tangible moment marking those changes? Or was it simply 4 years of desperately searching for a parking space, hoarding through the cafeteria to find something edible, staying a few minutes after class to talk to a teacher, or looking up a specific idea in a book and realizing that you had much more to learn? The truth of the matter is that the person you were yesterday is the same person you'll be tomorrow, regardless of the fact that you'll have a new piece of paper with your name and calligraphy. You won't always be the same person. You will change, but it won't happen in moments such as this. There won't be a Hallmark card to commemorate the occasion. You'll be the one making the changes when you decide it's time. I'm reminded of something I learned in the 2nd grade. For the entire year, I wrote every day in a workbook called The Nitty Gritty City. My handwriting would get worse and worse as I worked through the pages, but I always promised myself that I would start writing perfectly once I got to the next chapter. I figured that a new chapter would be the best place to start anew, to write well, have perfect penmanship. But my teacher realized what I was doing, and she approached me one day and said, instead of waiting until a new chapter to make a change in yourself, why not just start fresh at the top of each page? Her insight has stayed with me to this day and remains one of the most valuable pieces of knowledge that I could share with you. This idea could be formulated as something in each of us. We are a society of New Year's resolutions and summer diets. We wait for an external moment to make an internal change, but it doesn't have to be this way. High school has prepared us to make our own change at any moment. We don't need to wait until Mother's Day to tell our mothers we love them, and we don't need to wait until graduation day to become adults. We're the ones who decide when the time is right to change. Our actions, not a date on the calendar, indicate the real transformation. We need not sit passively and watch the world revolve around us. Instead, we must move the world ourselves. Every one of us has been given the gift of a unique self, and the purpose of life is to share that gift with the rest of the world. Our background and circumstances may have influenced who we are, but we are the ones who are ultimately responsible for who we become. Your future is entirely up to you. Never lose sight of who you are or who you want to be. Don't wait for a new chapter such as this to make a change. Remember that each day is a new page, and you're the one holding the pencil. Fellow graduates, we are the class of 1999, and I know we will do great things. Good luck, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
It's in your eyes, the love you hide away. You can disguise the things you feel, the things you say. If you just call my name anytime at all, I'll be there. I don't know why
told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my trouble, that's what you do. All the morning sun in all its glory, grace this day with hope and comfort too. And you fill my life with laughter, you can make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Cause the love is divine, and it's yours and it's mine like the sun. At the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one. Say, have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Like the sun. At the end of the day, we will give thanks and pray to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one?
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Oops. Wrong speech. Good evening, school board members, administrators, faculty, parents, family members, and friends, and my fellow classmates. Tonight is a culmination of a journey we have traveled together throughout our school years. As we began high school at Lemon Bay, we all began pursuing areas of personal interest, whether it was academic, sports related, the fine arts, or the ROTC program, or a combination of these. We studied together, worked together, and socialized together. We have spent so much time together that no value can be placed on the bonds of friendship that our class holds. It may also be the last time a lot of us will see each other for a while, a time for all of us to go our separate ways and begin the next chapter of our lives. In a world that is constantly changing, we are the thinkers of tomorrow and the future of our country. We will dream the dreams and carry out the deeds. Although we have grown up in Inglewood, a pseudo-microcosm of the U.S., we must be honestly aware of the fact that there is a big world out there, a world filled with conflicts, challenges, and evolving rules. One occupied by governments, political regimes, cultures, and languages so different than what we've been accustomed to. But those who dare to venture out may at first seem overwhelmed and fearful. It will be of the utmost importance for us to carry our character and values into the next century. And remember, paramount to all else, to treat others as you would have them treat you. Although the salutations may change, the value of a handshake remains unspoken, and even though gestures and signs are interpreted differently in every language, a smile will always mean a warm and reassuring welcome. No matter where we go and what we choose to do, there will be obstacles to deal with in order to achieve our goals. Perseverance is a key to success. How else would have 2 snails made it to the ark? The message is clear. If you have a dream, pursue it. Don't ever give up. Look deep down inside yourself and find the conviction and determination to accomplish whatever it was that you set out for. I learned early on in my life by my parents' word and example that if the dream was big enough, it didn't matter what the obstacles were. So I set my goals as I entered Lemon Bay, planned the dates one by one, and remained focused and willing to do the work it would take. I achieved my goals as many of you have achieved yours and will continue to do so. However, I couldn't have achieved all of my goals without the help of others. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to my teachers, coaches, and counselors for their leadership and guidance and all the valuable lessons they have taught me. To my grandparents, sisters and brother, and most especially to my parents, thank you for always being there for me, for your unconditional love and support and your constant encouragement. To my classmates, always remember the lessons we have learned and the friendships we have shared. Be a person who is willing to give help as well as a person who is willing to receive it when needed. Among the things you can give and still keep are your word, a smile, and a grateful heart. We can make a difference in the world by just performing random acts of kindness on a daily basis. As we go out into the real world, be brave, do good, and be confident. Don't sell yourself short, for you have been prepared well. And always remember that if you can dream it, you can do it. Through the years, we have grown to be individuals. Now we stand amidst our dreams and accomplishments. Together, as the graduating class of 1999, let us step away from yesterday and into tomorrow. Thank you.
Good evening to the class of 1999. Which one am I using? Okay, all right. Sorry, start over. Good evening to the class of 1999, families, teachers, and friends. As I stand before you tonight, I'm presented with the abundance of talented scholars, athletes, musicians, performers, and other accomplished members of the class of 1999. Yet repeatedly, I have heard the media refer to us as Generation X, a stereotype which characterizes today's youth as an unmotivated, unfocused, and aimless group of slackers. Or, as one eloquent author phrased it, stupid, lazy MTV eraserheads. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not at all what I see. I see bright young people that care about their community, a force truly to be reckoned with. We are so full of potential energy to set this world on fire with innovation and creativity that we prove this stereotype wrong. And abandoning this false external viewpoint, we have the power to liberate ourselves from these vicious limitations. Don't be limited. But this change must start from within. It's important that you know and respect yourself. It is only with this type of self-appreciation that you can stop letting other people define you. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent." Be self-confident and challenge yourself to do not only what is thought impossible, but what others think you incapable of. I'm reminded of a story of a young German scientist, age 16, who was preparing to enter the Department of Engineering in the Federal Institute of Technology in Switzerland around the turn of the century. He was a bright, gifted, curious young student, but when he was presented with his entrance examinations, he failed, and he failed miserably. However, this did not stop Albert Einstein from revolutionizing scientific and modern history. Impossibility is an excuse, never a reason. So challenge yourself beyond what is comfortable and safe and discover all of the possibilities that await you. Learn, grow, question, and analyze, and explore the wonders of this world that we're living in. The great American statesman Adlai Stevenson once wrote that there is a crying need for people who take open eyes and open minds,
out with them into the society which they will share and help to transform. What an incredible opportunity. We all have the capability to make a difference. It may not be easy. It may be downright scary. But what is all of this worth if you don't take risks? Helen Keller once said, "No pessimist ever discovered the secrets of the stars, or sailed to an uncharted land, or opened a new heaven to the human spirit." So please, as you embark on your journey into the real world, don't be limited by other people's expectations. Know yourself, your values, your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations, and challenge yourself to attain those things. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something when you know that you can. I know that you can, and I'm proud to say that I'm a member of the graduating class of 1999. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Good evening, parents, family, faculty, and fellow classmates of the class of 1999. Welcome to the graduation ceremony. Sorry, missed my line. Sorry, kids. Sorry. Okay, wait. Okay, now I know where I am. Well, guys, we finally made it. It's been 12 long years. You guys know it. It's been 12 long years. We made friendships and memories that'll last us a lifetime. We've got stories to tell our kids. Okay, I want you guys to do me a favor. Look at the person next to you, okay? Think of how many times, because we're in alphabetical order, think of how many times you stood next to this person for lunch, in line in elementary school. If you went to Inglewood, you walked on the little yellow line. You all know what I'm talking about. We all, every single one of us, we all know our alphabetical order. We could tell anybody who we sit next to in second grade, because we've been sitting next to them for 12 years. Oh God, my mom's gonna kill me. I'm kind of ad-libbing. I wrote this really long speech, and yeah. So you all know how this goes. I feel like I'm in Miss Mop's English class right now. Okay, let's get serious here. When I look out here, I see a lot of seniors that are missing. They've made bad decisions, some just minor decisions that they've made, and it's caused them to miss out on graduation. And now we're getting to the point in our lives where when we make our decisions, it'll impact the rest of our lives. I mean, we're responsible for everything we do. We can't run home and be like, Mom, I kind of screwed this up. Can you come fix it, you know? I mean, we have to take care of our own responsibilities now, and it's kind of scary. You know, no more going home and having your mom do your laundry, you know. You know out here who does, you know, whose mommy does their laundry. Come on, give it up for Mom doing laundry. Come on. As a whole, our class has so much potential. We can do so much. We have so much power. We have people in our class who could end up being stockbrokers, doctors, nurses, even the president. We have the ability, I actually can read this one. We have the ability to alter the world for better or for worse. Let's just ad-lib this. Okay. It is important to remember to always strive to be the very best at whatever you do, whether it is go off to college or to go out into the workforce. I should have just made note cards. Now I feel stupid. But anyway, when you guys watch this video, you guys will crack up. I think the biggest thing I'm going to miss from high school is Mrs. Blair, where are you? Going chop, chop. And her here and nows, or when and what, yeah. You know you're going to miss Mrs. Blair. You know, that's right. And Mr. Piercy with his baseball bat. I want Mrs. Morgan to come up here. Miss Morgan, come up here. You guys have no idea how important Miss Morgan is. Come here, I see you. You guys have no idea how important she is. She does so much for our class. Get up here. She does so much for our class. She's here when the cows come home, and she's here before they even get up. So look at her. She doesn't want to come up here. Give it up for Miss Morgan. She's gonna kill me, guys. We'll see if I get my diploma now. But anyway. Me and Marty. Our life has been mainly affected by not only our parents, but teachers and staff. And I'd like the staff at Lemon Bay and any other school in Charlotte County and teachers to stand up because they deserve a warm applause because they put us where we are today. Get up! Give it up. Woo! A year ago, you voted me in as your senior class president, and I greatly appreciate the opportunity to serve my class. I have something that I want to ask of you, though. One day, you will all have families and children of your own. I want you to install in your children the ability to love everyone for what they are and who they are. Teach your children not to categorize people. We have seen it in our school and other schools across the country and how it has torn them apart. I would like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes by Dr. Martin Luther King. We must never be bitter. If we indulge in hate, the new order will only be the old order. We must meet hate with love, physical force, and soul force. I wish you the best of luck, class of 1999. Godspeed. This is Sarah Ashworth signing off, class of 1999.
I'd like to thank all the students for their beautiful remarks. I also want to thank the members of the class of 1999 for all of your memories you've given to us over the years, your contributions in the classroom, the music, art, and drama has been said, the athletic efforts, team and individual, your participation in the service clubs, your many hours of volunteer work, your class activities, NJROTC participation, interest clubs. You certainly will be missed. You are fortunate, as you well know by now, to have had the opportunity to go to school in a community like Inglewood. There's been support for you, and there will continue to be, as you well know, evident last week. I continue to encourage you to please don't forget to thank those people who've been responsible for helping you, especially your families and your teachers. And I want to wish good luck to all of you. And I want to share with you something I share with every graduating class, but it has so much wisdom in it. And that is, the following is an excerpt from a book written by Robert Fulghum, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at Sunday school. These are the things I learned. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, flush, but not too often. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life, learn some and think some, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. This is a real hard one for you, but take a nap every afternoon. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. And be aware of wonder. In case you're wondering where that is, you'll see it in the face of a child. Dr. Schmidt, I certify to you that the graduates being presented here tonight have met all the requirements set forth by the state of Florida and the Charlotte County School Board and are eligible for graduation from Lemon Bay High School.
Mr. Strickland. Mr. Strickland, before I accept this class, I just figured out what was wrong with me. I didn't go to kindergarten. They didn't have it when I went to school. As superintendent of the Charlotte County Public Schools, I hereby accept the Lemon Bay High School class of 1999 as fulfilling its requirements for graduation and grant high school diplomas to the members of this class. Thank you.
Samuel Nicholas Baker.
Michelle Maria Agueros.
Sean Michael Barnett.
Jamie Lynn Algram.
James Douglas Beach.
Sarah Jean Ashworth.
John William Bellardino, Jr.
Jamie Lynn Ballard.
Christian Bertram.
Jacqueline Marie Barron.
Ronald Thomas Bianchi.
Kendra Elizabeth Bean.
Ian Daniel Boger.
Lindy Denise Bechtold.
Nicholas Joseph Borg.
Abigail Maria Beaver.
Brandon Robert Baucamp.
Christina Lynn Bello.
Jeremy David Bowers.
Amanda Lee Wulkowski.
Ryan Christopher Boyette.
Jessica Ashley Burdick.
Jared Ian Breimer.
Ashley Michelle Butcher.
Jason Allen Chapman.
Gina Marie Cacavalli.
Sean Gregory Collins.
Morgan Francis Carroll.
David Allen Combs.
Samantha Ilia Castellano.
Andrew Brian Cooper.
Rose Lynn Chase.
Jared Ryan Coulter.
Tony Allison Shirini.
Patrick Wayne Craig.
Jessica Lynn Christensen.
Richard David Cruz Jr.
Christine Marie Cicerone.
Donald Wyatt Deemer.
Amanda Caroline Collins.
Philip Samuel Dentis.
Laura Elizabeth Copenhaver.
David Anthony Desio.
Elisha May Davis.
Sean Sweelam Dillon.
Julia Marie Debska.
Eric Timothy Dick.
Amy Lynn Demersman.
Sean Michael Dillon.
Erica Ann DePaula.
James Albert Dragon.
Alden Jewett Drury.
Samuel Montgomery Drillard.
Lillian Melissa Fields.
Eric Elton Easy.
Sarah Elizabeth Fiore.
Ryan Wesley Ive.
Amanda Lee Flowers.
Adam Robert Elliott.
Teresa Rachel Elizabeth Fricks.
Nathan Eric Emmett.
Cynthia Erin Geit.
Jeremy Michael Everett.
Crystal Renee Gilbert.
Christopher Emmett Farmer.
Renee Marie Giordano.
Michael Jeremy Frederick.
Raina Jean Gitson.
Matthew Joseph Gallo.
Deanna Elizabeth Lily Graff.
Grayson Atherton Garrett.
Joy Michelle Grant.
Keith Richard Gilder.
Audrey Irene Green.
Justin Paul Goff.
Catherine Lee Greenaway.
Matthew William Haley.
Crystal Lynn Hargis.
Warren Robert Hammond.
Martina Marie Hedvicek.
Mark David Henry.
Brandy Ellen Howe.
Bradley D. Hill.
Stacy Marie Jewell.
Timothy Allen Hodge.
Nicole Johnson.
Jeremy James Hurl.
Heather Marie George.
Stephen Charles Howard III.
Jennifer Lee Coltrider.
Bradley Robert Jelly.
Marcy Nicole Kennedy.
David Dean Johnson, Jr.
Catherine Elizabeth Kinnecom.
Drew Colin Johnson.
April Elizabeth Kirsch.
Joshua Anthony Johnson.
Jennifer Leanne Clipp.
Kenneth David Johnson.
Jamie Michelle Knapp.
Kevin Scott Johnson.
Devin Michelle Lee.
Eric Joseph Jordan.
Martina Leskanichova.
Barrett Christopher Carvis.
Courtney Diane Long.
Jason David Kavanaugh.
Maureen Catherine Lynch.
Daniel Lee Keller.
Nicole Marie Listney.
Jeffrey Brock Kenny.
Rachel Lee McGuire.
Joseph Neal Kenny.
Jerry Janelle Mahoney.
Richard Todd Kincaid.
Nicole Marie Morrow.
Matthew Travis Kirk.
Erin Kathleen McCormick.
Chad Robert Cromer.
Jessica Lynn McDonald.
Matthew Joseph LaPlante.
Sarah Elizabeth McAvoy.
Hubert Melanowski.
Melissa Ann McGillicuddy.
Mark Allen Matson.
Nicole Lynn McIntyre.
Andy Isaiah McCallan III.
Mariah Noel Mary.
Christopher Harlan McCarty.
Christine Renee Missler.
Aaron Ray McKee.
Phoebe Suzanne Nelson.
Joshua Lee Mendenhall.
Sabrina Sue Nottingham.
Ryan Eric Mahalik.
Amy Lynn Pentella.
Adam Paul Moore.
Hannah Phillips.
David Jonathan Murphy.
Kendra Jane Porter.
James Francis Murtha.
Kimberly Ann Quirk.
J. Joseph Nilsson.
Bethany Nell Ramirez.
Nicholas William O'Rourke.
Rachel Renee Ranger.
Jonathan Oldano.
Anne Marie Reese.
Nicholas Anthony Palmisano.
Jenna Lee Rieger.
Thomas Joseph Papagallo, Jr.
Jessica Lee Rose.
Travis James Pasternak.
Mary Jennifer Rassa.
Charles Raymond Pearson II.
Dawn Renee Samfy.
Christopher Edward Peeler.
Angela Marie Sasser.
James Christopher Pollock.
Tiffany Lee Shu.
Robert Michael Ringelspaugh.
Dawn Marie Sluzinski.
Casey James Roberts.
Nicole Christine Sotak.
David James Ross.
Denise Lynn Stanley.
Jeffrey Allen Ruberg.
Carrie Lynn Steffen.
Bradley Charles Scottco.
Kristen Ann Stelzer.
Michael James Slattery.
Sasha Ann Tab Storsberg.
Robert Howard Smith.
Allison Lee Swint.
Justin Michael Soth.
Elena Leanne Tan.
Albert Edward Jr. Stigley III.
Emily Marie Taylor.
Dwayne Stilson.
Suzanne Michelle Taylor.
Michael Lee Strong.
Amanda K. Teft.
Sundance Sturman.
Hollyuna Segmid.
David Michael Sullivan.
Brooke Nicole Tullis.
Kevin Nicholas Tannehill.
Lisa Danielle Walker.
Benjamin Leroy Terrio.
Mariah Jane Wallingford.
James Alexander Thompson III.
Bridget Renee Warner.
Zachary Robert Tilley.
Andrea Lee Wilson.
Thomas Willard Tomlinson Jr.
Jennifer Lynn Winston.
Edmund David Truman.
Kate Janine Yeager.
Victor Nicholas Valaire.
Jennifer Leilani Yee.
Gregory Hugh Van Buskirk.
Camila Masumi Yonamini.
Jonathan Paul Van.
Honey Marie Ziegler.
Mark Edward Vasher.
John Anthony Vitale.
Mark Hart Warren.
Sean Robert Watkins.
Daniel Charles Wells.
John Mitchell West III.
Jared Lamar Wetherington.
Jason Kyle Wetherington.
Shane Thomas Whitehead.
J. Richard Yerkes.
Joshua Isaiah Young.
Gregory James Zink.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you all join me in congratulating the class of 1999.
to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. but it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Who's
funny how it feels so much. You cannot say a word. We are screaming inside a world we can't be heard. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the So afraid to love you, more afraid to lose, clinging to a past that doesn't let me choose. Where once there was a darkness, a deep and endless night. You gave me everything you had, oh, you gave me life. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the weep not for the
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the singing of the alma mater? Evening sun sets upon the sea. Our alma mater held high for all to see. We enter to learn, go forth to serve. We'll cherish the memories of laughter, of love and you. So with the dawn, Would the audience please be seated for the recessional? Thank you for coming.